on some shit like, now I do what I want. 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 Everybody know I'm better. Ay, yeah, I'm better. Ay, it don't matter. Ay, pockets fatter. Ay, nowadays I'm on my haters, they got sadder. Ay, that's money longer. Ay, different song, bruh. Ay, different producer. I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right with a winner, left that loser. Ay, talking shit, boy, make me get my Ruger. Yeah, I sell my Ruger. All my niggas, they shooters. Rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold? Well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no Rolly, bitch, this is a Frank Mueller. Yeah, Frank Mueller. Boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gon' keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember I had a little, turned that shit to a lot. Always been 100, put that on my block. Used to want that 4-door, now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Girl, you see me getting this money. Whoa, please don't front. Hunting fish club when I'm eating. Whoa, what's for lunch? And them boys back home be talking, but I won't get touched. Think to myself how I'll survive. No one who I trust. Yeah, no one who I trust. Who them niggas know they not with us. All these girls, yeah, they ride with us. I don't pay no mind because I just want the bucks. Yeah, boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gon' keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember I had a little, turned that shit to a lot. Always been 100, put that on my block. Used to want that 4-door, now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Now I do what I want.
What's going on, guys? Good morning. Just made myself coffee. I wasn't gonna make coffee at first today, but I decided that I might need it, to be honest. Morning, chat. What's going on? Juju went flying last night, man. Not even last night, just like London, like half an hour ago I went flying. Bullish. I did not catch any trades, if you're asking. I did not trade London last night or anything, so there's that. But I am looking at JJ here, and JJ is pretty bullish here. I think the daily time frame just daytime actually closed bearish yesterday, so it's kind of interesting how today's day can actually continue to push up here. But we actually created some type of like resistance yesterday, closing bearish here, and then I mean you could expect that this next count today to continue down to Fibs Wick, right? But by the looks of it, I guess price found some type of support here and it's starting to continue up here. So today, if the daily time frame actually continues up to break like this high at like 14500, then high chance we will continue further up towards probably like this target or even like this target today. But this daily candle is going to be very key, especially if we break this high, because then we'll be breaking structure, and therefore we will have a very high chance to continue to push up from a day perspective, right? Drop down to like a smaller time frame, like a 30-minute, 1 hour here. I think if I'm looking for buys here, I'll probably anticipate buys above this area, because this is a pretty heavy resistance you have here on on GG that hasn't been broken on the hourly time frame or the 30-minute time frame yet. So if we get closure above this area, then we will look to take buys to continue up towards the next resistance, right? And that's going to be at around, yeah, you have resistance here. So I think above here, your target for GG could be, let's see, probably this area. If you break this area, I'm probably gonna look for this move. This range to go up here is going to be about a 25 pip range, a 26 pip range to go up. So I'm gonna wait for that to happen, and then I'll take buys to go up. I think that's gonna be very clean above its resistance here. Man, I need my coffee. What's going on, chat? How you guys been? What's going on, Nifty?
Morning, brother Donvo. How you doing?
What's going on? I'm doing good, man.
Wow, some nice trades this past week for you.
Like 2 trades.
Yeah.
It's been alright.
Yesterday's was good after the first one.
Yeah.
Got another one. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Yeah. I definitely was not over trading this week, or well, I never over traded, but I definitely wasn't. I guess I can say I'm not to my average trades per day. I'm a little less this week.
Nothing wrong with that. I think in the past 4 months, I've only seen you overtrade once, and that was just recently. That was really it.
Yeah, when I exposed myself for doing it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Like last Friday or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been putting in some time in the Asian and London.
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't really wake up in the morning.
Yeah, it's hard. If I wake up, Aiden wakes up, and everything goes down the drain from there.
Man, you know, FD, there's a secret, and I found out yesterday or a couple days ago.
Spill it.
Go drink some coffee, man.
Coffee. Listen, when you get to my age, coffee doesn't do nothing no more.
For real? So when did coffee start working for you though?
I started drinking coffee in college a lot, and then from that I went to energy drinks, and then here and there. But I enjoy coffee. I don't drink it to stay awake anymore. You know what I mean?
I'm also drinking. I'm chugging this just to stay awake. Like, like I don't even enjoy it, but
yeah, it's hard, man. You look outside and it's dark, and you just want to stay in bed, right?
Yeah, like I mean,
the weather has an impact on us, I think.
Huge impact on your mood and how you feel.
Yeah. Nice. I was just looking today.
You ever had a double shot from Starbucks?
Yeah, I would just take
Oh, man.
we have a little machine at home
Uh-huh.
where it just does espressos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a quick way to get it down sometimes. Or I'll go to Timmy's and ask for a special shot, or McDonald's ask for a special shot into the coffee. That's a little kick.
But you ever had a candle like this stuff?
Oh no, I never had that.
Man, it's coffee and energy drink. Oh my god, this wakes you up like crazy. Like this, it tastes good, but I stopped drinking at the moment when I started drinking one day at work, like a couple years ago, and then my heart started to beat really fast.
Jeez.
I was like really hyper that day. I'm like, this isn't normal, man. I'm not gonna caffeine kicking in.
With this no more.
Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that anymore.
Yeah, my wife doesn't like that stuff. She's like, stay away from it.
Yeah, it's definitely not good for you. Good morning, folks. What's going on? Your G boy, what do you think? If you send me a chart, I'll take a look at it. I'll take a look and I'll, give my opinion on your chart. Alibaba, isn't that a shawarma place? It's a shawarma place, right?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Cocaine also works? Okay, man. Alright, man. Imagine taking out line every day before you start trading. That's some Wolf of Wall Street stuff, man.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, guys. Like this range on TJ is not bad at all. I mean, if you were to take buys earlier, like above this area, like an hour ago, 6 a.m. I mean, the range to go up here was like a 28 pip range as well. Thing is though, even if I were to go back and look at this, I wouldn't have client entries there at all. Just because by the way the hourly closed, even if I forced myself to force an entry here, I don't think I would have found anything because like I couldn't enter here. This kind of here closed at resistance. I mean, this is not an entry for me, a bad entry for me to enter. I mean, in this case, price shot up, right? But for me, it just wasn't an enterable position for me. 15 time frame. I mean, 15 didn't really make kind of make sense. Just about this a little bit, but overall, it was still at resistance. And then, was this news or something? Let me check. We had unexpected news maybe. Never mind, we don't. That was price action. I mean, it's early. Is there Brexit news? Some minor news here, but that's an hour and a half ago. I don't think that was it. I think this is just price action, or just price moving in general. On my side, it's actually 2:30 p.m. 2:30 p.m. That's what time is that? That's like 2:30 p.m. Where is that? Man, I love to trade at 2:30 p.m. Just imagine waking up at 2:30 p.m. and you have the London New York overlap. Just where's the most volatile session of the day, just in the middle of the day.
They're spoiled.
Yeah, spoiled time zone. I did take an impulsive entry on GJ, but it secured pips. I have this tendency of thinking it might go down. Any advice on that? I think my advice on that is you can't control that stuff. You can't control your stop loss, a price with your stop loss, or you can't control a trade in general. The only thing you can do is manage it, you know. So like, let's say you took an impulsive entry right here, and you took it on a break of this high. Stops were like, I don't know, maybe this candle down here, and your target's around this target. If your plan in this trade here was to enter on this candle and target this resistance, that's your target, right? You gotta put your trust towards that target. Obviously, just because you put a target doesn't mean it's always gonna hit the target, right? So the only thing you can do here is manage the trade. Move stops to break even, let everyone risk free, close partials at 10 pips maybe, close, I don't know, or close whatever at 10 pips, right? And then let everyone risk free towards the target. That's the only thing you can do. There's no other, like, there's nothing's guaranteed, you know? But you just keep telling yourself that, oh yeah, it's gonna go down here or it's gonna go up here. It's just gonna be all emotions. You just gotta go with the chart, go with the flow. Once you have an analysis, you gotta trust the analysis. That's step one. Step two is for you to manage the trade. Once you get those two things down, everything else will flow into place easily. Profits will come naturally. Small losses will come naturally, right? So that's the number one tip for that. Okay. 67 trades and the overall of the day was -2%. Yeah, that's pretty impressive to be honest, man. 67 trades and you're only down on 2% for a day. 67 trades in a day and only down 2%. I mean, that's not bad. But then you ask this: what would you have been up if you were to just finish your day off after the first two trades? I was lucky enough to get in at 139.84, looking to hit 140.40. 139.84. 139.84 is gonna be, oh, right there. Not bad.
Is that 67 trades back testing? Because that's cool then.
67 trades back testing. I'm pretty sure it was an actual 67 trades.
Yeah.
UOG pie chart. If you send a link, I didn't see it. You gotta just send it the way that's shown in the description, because that's the only way I can see links in the chat. YouTube does not allow links, unfortunately.
15-minute.
Minute closed. Yeah, 15-minute it did close there, bullish. I'm waiting for this last 30-minute. Okay, guys, remember what happened yesterday when we waited for the last 15-minute candle of the hourly? We missed the whole. I wouldn't be surprised if the price drives up here though, because if you look left here, you're gonna notice the same thing that has happened here. We have created resistance here, or support here, and last time we created support here, look where price came up to. This resistance. You got this mirror candle here. So I mean, high chance you could be pushing to this target. But I just rather wait for this last 15 to close. It just make a lot more sense to me. Oh, 15-30-minute candle. If you close like this would be perfect. I will enter positions if you close this like this. I'm not sure how big stops are. Well, based off the 15 probably, but I mean this range here isn't that bad. If you close like this, I think stops would be about if you close above, probably above. I mean stops would be like 19 pips, 18 pips for like a 23 pip range. Not bad. How long does this coffee take to kick in? Like 30 minutes? Like 30 minutes, right? Like 15, 30 minutes around there? An hour?
Depends. If you've been drinking a lot, it takes a little bit longer.
I put like 2 cups of not 2 cups, two tablespoons of
Sugar?
coffee. No, I don't put sugar. I put like condensed. I mean, I drink it Vietnamese style, so I mean, you just put like a scoop of condensed milk and that's it.
Well, that has sugar, no?
Yeah, I have sugar in it.
Yeah. Let's see.
You ever had Vietnamese coffee?
Yeah, condensed milk. We use that too.
But you ever had like Vietnamese iced coffee?
I don't think so. No, I haven't.
Oh man, nifty.
Have me look into that now.
Definitely. Gotta look at that. Condensed milk comes in can? Yeah, it comes in the can. It's very sweet and thick. Like when I was a kid, that was my type of dessert. I'd just go in the fridge and get a scoop of condensed milk and just eat it, cause that was all I had. I mean, well, that was what I liked when I was a kid. You never had condensed milk? It looks like this. It's like it's made for
People usually use it in
baking.
baking.
Yeah, baking. This, this stuff. I just get a scoop of it and just literally just eat the whole thing off a spoon. Lactose tolerant, man. Yeah, I don't really. Yeah, I'm pretty chill with dairy. You gotta keep it refrigerated? You do once you open it. Before that, nah. Cause at the grocery store they store it in they store it on like the shelves. You gotta look for dentist after every scoop. It is pretty sweet, man. If you break 140, we will fill the day and once chance to go up to 142. Yeah, because like I'm looking to see like, cause my target's only gonna be like like for now, like for this trade setup specifically, my target is going to be 140.473. And if you look at 140.473, that's going to be around like this wick here, right? So if I wouldn't, by the way, I wouldn't consider this a wick fill, by the way, but that's my target, right? But if we actually break this resistance here, we are going to continue it, because what do you have here on the daily time frame? You have what's called the settler replay, right? So if the daily candle today breaks this daily candle high chance we're going to continue up for the rest of the day until 141 levels, or even like a 140, 142 maybe potentially around this target, right? But I kind of want to see if he breaks this area or not. So that's why my trade for this next trade I'm taking is only going to be right here. That's my target. I might attempt the runners to go further up here to 142 maybe, but that's going to be a pretty huge runner. So I kind of want to see what happens.
A lot of volume in these candles right now.
A lot of volume. Today's gonna be like Monday again. One of those days where you're just gonna keep getting entries after entries after entries. And it's gonna be really hard to stay out. Well, not hard to stay out, but it's gonna be. Oh, it's a Thursday today? Oh my god, it's a Thursday today. Wow, this week went by quick. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those days where it's just gonna be very volatile, and it's gonna be hard for a few to just not to overtrade. So just take the best of the best trades that you can possibly find. Your best setups. Don't force any setups today, because a lot of setups will come and a lot of opportunities will come. Trust me. It's gonna be one of those days.
The 15-minute might mirror that big candle you were saying to the left.
Yeah. This
Right
15?
now.
Yeah.
But your 15 looks different. It's just extended. That's why.
And this 15, we have 6 minutes left. If you get closure above here, it's gonna be sweet. But yeah, this 15 has a very high potential to continue up here. Very high. Range.
Or if you look at 30,
Mhm.
it might do a nice wick rejection and head back down.
The 30-minute time frame?
Yeah, it did a few times before already. But the bias is a buy.
Yes. Hold on. Give me a second. If you attempt a runner off of this break here, you're gonna have a potential like 160 pip runner, and this runner might lead into tomorrow. So it's gonna be. I'm most likely gonna leave a runner just because. So these are times where I'll leave a runner, and this is what I was talking about yesterday, where I'm focusing a lot on longer positions for runners. So my run position, like usually when it's gonna be like around like a 20, 30 pip range, I'm just gonna close full at 10 pips. That's my plan now, right? But I'm only gonna attempt runners when I have like a really huge target in mind for the day. So for example, today, if I'm entering buys on a smaller time frame and I see very high potential buys on a high time frame as well, I'm most likely gonna turn that scalp into a swing trade. So maybe close half at 10 pips and then let the rest run till my initial target. Right? And that's because like the point of running positions honestly is just so that you make more in your initial position. So that's why like when a runner's only like 20 pips, it's not really worth the runner. You might as well just close full at 10 pips. If you do the math, you're not making that much extra. So that's just my plan for going on to 2021. That's what I'm gonna focus on. Toss you the link? Yeah, I got you. My bad, I keep forgetting. More Sheriff? Yeah, it's gonna be a nice runner. Wow.
I feel like since we rejected here so many times, or had a couple of very strong rejections, that we got to see a rejection here, and then basically a resistance form, and then the resistance broken.
Any
Wait.
support for?
So draw on the screen what you're looking for.
I'm just looking for this candle to come back down. I think it's going to leave a wick for us.
Yeah, that's what I was saying on the 30-minute. I did that a few times.
Yeah, it's got to give us some kind of reason. I mean, if it just blows through this, I don't see it happening, because look how many times it rejects it.
But what if it closes above?
Then
If it closes above with no wick, I'm staying out. If it closes above and gives me, if it comes back right now and gives me some space to play and closes above,
Like, what if on 30-minute time frame it closes like this?
it's still a 22 pip stop.
Like
That's
this.
a lot for me.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
it's a massive stop. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for a smaller candle.
So
We've seen this many times when there has been plenty of volume and no entries either.
I believe this is one of them right here. Not that there's no entries, it's just that like I'm like for some reason what really for some reason I'm just looking at this 15-minute time from here in a way that we have formed like this support right here. Price made resistance and then price made support. Like I know there's a heavy resistance right here, but like just by looking at this and the way we have bounced off of this area in the past here, like that's what I'm saying, like this is most likely to continue up here towards this target, like to where it is right now on this candle. I mean,
So
for some
you
reason,
feel like
this
there
really,
might not be a resistance created here. You feel like it's just.
I believe, well, when I anticipate this candle to continue up here, I anticipate it to continue up towards like this resistance right here, like right where it is right now, to reject that because we rejected that before. Because my focus was this candle. So if price does leave us a wick or some type of rejection here, I'm gonna like either way I'm looking for entries above like this resistance anyways. Like I need a closure above for another entry. Like 140, 244. But yeah, if you close below, then high chance like it's gonna most likely fall back here or make support and go exactly like you mentioned.
That closure. No.
Hey, yeah, a minute closure. Let's see.
Minute and a half.
Point is, we're expecting something, but we're not entering or we're not taking a trade until it actually happens. So wait for your setup.
Yep. Yeah, if you get closure above here, it's gonna be a very nice entry. You guys look in the past here? Yes, see how many times like we have like rejected here? Like take a look at this. What is this? People might call it institutional candles, rejections, whatever. But the difference in seeing this in the past happen and just going based off of what happened in the past and seeing what happened on this candle, like this current candle, see the way it closes, is different. Because if we actually close above here, this is kind of irrelevant after, because we are actually going to be closing above the resistance. But if we start to like reject like we are right now and close below, therefore we might not have that push, that volume to continue up yet, right? So I mean, in that case, you can see this as a rejection. So that's why it's very important to wait for candles to close.
This fat wick.
Yeah, so see, we close below, so there's no entries given on GG yet, right? We have rejected this area, closed below, so you can see as a rejection now. So ideally, well, you'll probably have to wait for a break above this resistance. It'll be a simple trade once we actually close above. Yeah, so like, see, look at this 15 candle. You see how we just started to reject this area after bouncing off of this resistance. Like, I mean, this is like for some reason that really stuck out to me for some reason. It's something that I've like seen before in the past. I've backtested before in the past. Sometimes price doesn't even have to break above certain areas, and it would form something like this. It would be an awkward position to be in, but Made sense. It made a lot of sense to me today. This is one
Just
candle
breaking
here.
the lows off the rip.
Yeah. I mean, it didn't break the 1 hour lows yet, but yeah, I mean, now like what I'm waiting for probably is exactly what you said earlier, just for that support to form, and that could be like right here at 139.979 here, if you do come down. But see what happens. I think this price is very volatile, so expect something to happen. More of a question than a potential trade idea. What you got here? But the 15-minute close as bear candle making a top wick on the bow 1 hour, does that hold you back from entering, or is this 30-minute confirmation? Oh wait, the 15 bear momentum. So the 15 closed bearish here, right? And that left you the wick, right? But the 30-minute still closed bullish. So the 30-minute time frame will take over the 15 time because it's a higher time frame, and especially by the way it closed there. So yeah, if you really understand candles, you notice that it was just a 15 closing bearish here, leaving the wick fill on a 30-minute. So you can anticipate the next 30-minute candle to continue up like this on EJ, essentially. If tap that target, like so. Or if anything, up to this resistance. But I'm anticipating as we break this high, that for a wick fill, we will continue further up, as we're just pretty bullish on the alley as well.
I think that's the best kind of play right there, because you can take that as soon as the candle closed. It gives you a clear stop. Like if it breaks the low of that candle, you know it's going down.
Yeah.
And your upside is very big. You have a very nice upside. So those are really nice trades.
These are one of my favorite trades before too. The wick fill play. Before the setup came into play. Yeah, this is my #1 setup before, but
because these setups, you can actually find your setup like a 3-to-1, 2-to-1, 4-to-1, like very easily, because you're not in the middle of a candle here.
Yeah.
Your candle's about to close and boom, you can start. And seller play, you just don't see any drawdown.
Yeah, it's like some trades have pros and cons, and I mean there are pros and cons. So yeah. The pro of this would be like you would have like a bigger RR, but stops might be a bit bigger sometimes. And you enter off the opening of the candle. Whereas a set replay, the con about that is if you enter off a set replay, you're entering off the middle of a candle. It's kind of like an impulse entry, and stops. You have to be less aggressive with your stop loss. So I mean, it's pros and cons to all trades, but at the end of the day, they're all decent.
They're all profitable.
Profitable overall trades.
Way.
If this 15-minute closes like this, it'll be a nice wick fill play too.
Yep.
At least I like it.
Like I see like with the 15 and 30-minute here breaking the lows here, but like going like the hourly time frame, the hourly never broke the lows yet. Hourly candle never broke the lows. It came down. This could be a low for price to drive up here. I just really want closure above this resistance. Thing is that this kind of came down for no reason. Now the stops are going to be like 20 pips. If it does close above here, right? So let's see what happens.
For no reason.
For no reason. For no reason. Like why?
Why you come down? For no reason.
Why not just, go up and then leave a smaller stop loss? If you guys look in the past here, like the last time we have like closed above this resistance, the last time we respected the support after we broke above, we continue up towards this resistance. So a high chance, if we break above this area, we'll continue up the same way. Because this is a 15-minute time frame, but if you go on a 30-minute time frame, 30 minutes is just a rejection, right? So if you get closure above on a 30-minute as well, it's gonna be a win-win trade for you. A win-win buy. Very bad entry. Euro JPY. Are you guys discussing Euro JPY about me? What's going on here? Let's see. Euro JPY here. Euro JPY 1 hour closed bullish here. I mean, yo, the 1 hour for Euro JPY here opened here. It closed. It made a support here. Boom, 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 boom. Made a resistance here. This is like your overall range now, right? So if this is your overall range now on Euro JPY, and we're starting to close bullish as support, confirming as support, another bullish candle here, respecting the previous candle low, high chance this candle will continue up, especially by the way it opened up. When this candle opened up, it came down right away. Therefore, this could be a low for price to flip bullish here. So once it flips bullish, I think entries there would be pretty good. Stops current candle and then let it run towards your initial target up here. But price is just bullish here. You can just anticipate price to kind of continue up here and mirror this candle. Well, these candles here on the other side to push up. Once it flips bullish, it should be good to go. Stops on the street could be a bit more aggressive with the current candle. You guys really like gold? It just got up. No, man. I haven't taken a look at gold yet, but I will surely take a look for you, man. Yeah, gold's bullish. Gold's bullish here. Day time frame is closing bullish, respecting lows. Going to weekly. Weekly is currently bullish, but thing is like gold's bullish. Only I'm expecting price to continue up here until 1863 today. That's my initial target today. Because like going to the weekly time frame, you see how the overall structure is bearish. Like we're just bearish here. So I mean, this is a pretty decent resistance you have here. So I mean, I'm anticipating buy searches by the way the day time frame looks, and going on the day time frame. Same thing as EJ. Create support here, and then now you can kind of expect gold to come up and mirror this candle here. With these candles here on gold. Yeah, you kind of have that clean traffic right now to go up towards like 1863, 1861 levels, and from there I kind of want to see what happens, because if we start to close bearish here and start to reject off of this resistance, then we will most likely continue back down, right? To retest the lows, maybe you can look for sells. But if this resistance breaks, then high chance that we're going to be coming back up in the range, because if we close bullish today above like 1863, high chance tomorrow's candle, Friday's candle, will close bullish as well, and therefore the weekly will close bullish. Therefore, we will be breaking back into this range, and we could continue up towards like 1960 next week, right? But we definitely need like a weekly closure or some type of day closure above 1861 here. So I kind of want to see what happens. But if you want to take short-term buys here, I think short-term buys today until 1863, 1861 would be ideal. I mean, yeah, that's going off of the day time frame. That's like the overall structure. If you want entries, I think entries would be valid here. Let's see. I think entries would be valid if you break above this resistance here. If you get closure above 1843, you can look to continue up towards probably 1860 levels, 1857 potentially. Going to hourly time from hourly, you're looking at this candle right now. You're looking to see, okay, price made a low, made a support here, price made a resistance. If this range breaks out, we'll most likely continue up to mirror this candle over here. You can kind of expect that to happen. Same analysis. Wick, what'd you send there, man? What is that? A currency thing? What do you have there?
Yeah, the pound is real strong on that.
Oh, the volume thing, the
strength
indicator
meter.
thing. Yeah, the strength thing.
Strength meter.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the hour. See the zone I drew?
Yeah. Right there?
If you go, I have it right at the close of the previous candle. So,
You have it right here.
yeah.
The reason why I have it right here. Wait, are you asking me like why I have it right there, or what?
I'm not. I'm saying. So let's say the hour closes above there.
Yeah.
But still respects the half hour. You don't think that should take over the half hour?
I mean, the thing is that the half hour comes within 20 minutes, and the hourly comes in 40 minutes or 50 minutes. So I'm putting my trust there on the 30-minute closing above this resistance here. Because if this 7:30 candle closes above there, I'm anticipating that the 8 a.m. candle will close above as well, or yeah, above like 140, 218, because the hourly's gonna come in 4 minutes the way it closes.
So you feel like that's the resistance more relevant to our play? Or
Yes.
what we're looking.
Because like, even if like the 1 hour resistance here, like the 30-minute is right here, and the 1 hour is like just like a little bit above it. So I mean, it's not like we have like the 1 hour resistance below the 30-minute. You know, it's kind of just above it anyway. So it's kind of like a win-win situation for analysis. If that makes sense. Like, I'll be worried if this is a 30-minute and the 1 hour resistance is like right down here. Like that would trip me out. Like if it was like way down here or something, like that would trip me out. But since they're both above, I mean, it's kind of I'm more confident with it. EJ made the flip. Oh, nice. Yeah, gold's gonna be pretty neat today. I was looking at gold. It's gonna be pretty neat. You're gonna get a lot of entries on gold, and it's gonna be pretty bullish. So if you're looking at gold here, you will look to seek buys above his resistance. Yo, I watched EJ get to my swing entry, 13900, and didn't take it because I didn't get a 62.62 fib retracement on a 5-minute. I'm sick. I'm emotional. Well, can't really do anything about that now, right? You can't get mad at yourself as well, because your plan was to wait for a 61.8 retracement, and that didn't happen, so there's no entries for you. So even if the move does happen, you didn't miss it. It just wasn't part of your plan to take it. It didn't fall with your confirmations. So you can't get mad at yourself for that. Stuff like that happens. Like I see it happen all the time. Like yesterday, GG pushed up. I didn't get it because we didn't break above a certain area, right? But I can't get mad at myself, or I can't get emotional with it, because it wasn't part of my plan to take it anyways if we didn't get closure above. Like the move was to happen. We knew that the move was gonna happen if we were to break above that area. It's just that we couldn't get any entries in. So you can't be mad about that. As long as your analysis is right, I guess it just builds into your confidence. Because there's many, like, honestly, the analysis part is honestly so so simple. It's just like, how many times you guys notice, or how accurate do you think our like daily analysis are? You know, like our target levels, like that stuff is easy. It's just that the hard part is looking for the right entries with the proper stop losses that make logical sense to us. Like that's the hard part. But the target areas, like if we were to break above here, we're gonna continue up towards like 140. Like it's pretty simple. You know, it's pretty pretty straightforward. But the hard part is looking for your entries. Well, I wouldn't consider it hard. It's more that's what takes a lot. That's what makes you the trader you are. Fib. Hey, you gotta respect our GMO traders as well, you know? Our organic traders and our GMO traders. You gotta respect them all. Okay, 15 here has closed. Oh, 15 closed above. Okay. The 15 has closed above here. So, I'm gonna look for entries there once we flip bullish. Oh, wait. Stops are a bit big, man. 19 pips, you're gonna have a 25 pip target here. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do here? I think if I attempt entries there, I'm gonna put stops at the current candle. So once we come up to break above this high, because what I wanted to do was I wanted to look for entries above this area once we flip bullish, because we close above here. and then put stops at the previous candle low. But look at this. Remember how going back to what I said earlier about why this candle came down here, for no reason. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna enter on the break of this high with stops on a current candle low, wherever the current candle low is. So once this candle flips, let's see what happens. But yeah, the like, stop's gonna be roughly around. Like, I mean, on that, like, right now it's looking like a 7 pip stop for like a 23 pip target or a 22 pip target.
Yeah, if it breaks that high, at the very least, it'll probably do that Wick fill right next to it. That'll put you at maybe 4 or 5 pips in positive.
Yep. Yeah.
Man, I stopped trusting the 15-minute. I'm still waiting for that 30-minute close above, just to be safe.
Yeah, 30-minute. In this case, yeah. I mean, that makes sense as well. Just that these are more volume. Is when I just look at the 15-minute more.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get me, mate. It broke the resistance on the 15-minute, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Yeah, if it flips bullish, I'm expecting to kind of hit its own low again. Yes, that's exactly what my plan is. If I were to take a trade here, I am expecting price to continue up here. I'm not expecting price to come back to break the current candle low again. Roughly around like 140, 178, 140. Was it 140? 178. Yeah. So I'm waiting for this candle here to break this high. This high to get entries. And probably what I'm gonna do is I'm probably gonna once price continues to push up and breaks this high or gets to this resistance, I'm gonna look to move my stops to break even, right? And then let the rest run risk free. But that's my plan. Going in here, once we break this high, stops current candle. Once we break this, once we go to break this high, we'll be roughly around like 7-8 pips in profit. By then, you can move stops to break even, let it run risk free, coming up towards 140 or not even 140, 140 400 levels around. Going back to the 30-minute time frame, going back to, or 15-minute time frame, going back to this. This would be my initial target here. So the range here is going to be, let's see, about a 11 pip range to TP, and then I'm going to attempt a runner going up towards that delete target that I was talking about earlier. So that's how I'm going to manage the trade. If this candle here doesn't flip within the next 5 minutes here, I'm just gonna wait for a 30-minute candle to close, because 30 minutes is gonna open up in 10 minutes here. So if the next 5 minutes here we don't continue to push and break this high here, I'm gonna wait for a 30-minute, and I'm waiting for a 30-minute to close above 140 to 180 here to look for entries to go up. With stops on the 15 candle. Hey Donvo, if a wick goes past a previous lower high at the body but hasn't closed at the lower high, isn't that still good? Confusing, right? No, it's not confusing. I know what you mean. Similar to what I'm looking at here. If we break a certain high or low and you don't actually get closure yet, yeah. So I think that's more just an anticipation entry then. Like if you were to take bias here, once you break this high here, because I mean in this case the 15 closed above here, right? But if you were to buy above this area here and we haven't closed above yet, I mean you're just taking it off of anticipation that then this current candle will continue up bullish to break that high and then close bullish as well. So it's more of anticipation than just like an actual waiting for a break of a range. Can we break 140, 242 here, guys? Can we break it? So this right now, like you're looking at this stop loss here, that your current candle, and that stop loss is so far right now here. If you come down to break this any lower here, I'm gonna look to not enter in positions. Right? Makes sense. If you ever been to the Christmas market?
Yeah, they no Christmas market this year, right?
No, it's like a winter thing. I don't know. It's just light. I went there yesterday.
But not as big as previous years, right?
No, it was pretty empty. It was pretty depressing, to be honest.
Oh, man.
It's like there was like probably like half of
You're talking about distillery, right?
yeah. So
Yeah. Yeah.
it wasn't even like 1/4 of the people that are usually there. It's like even less than that. It's like a quarter of 1/4. So it was pretty, pretty you know, pretty sad.
Yeah. Hopefully next year things start looking different again, right?
Doubt it, but yeah. Aren't ice rinks open? 1/8? Yeah,
They're opening soon. They announced it.
Yeah, I think.
But did you hear yet?
What?
You have to like reserve your spot or something, right?
Really?
Yeah.
You mean during the lockdown it's open?
Yeah, you have to reserve or something like that.
Damn. All the sweats are gonna be there then. All the tryhards. You want Oanda or FS1? I'm on the Oanda one, man. This Oanda. It hasn't broken a high for me yet to enter. That's cute. One-eighth. Yeah, 1/8 is the right enter. Same scenario, but in terms of closing out a trade, would it wick past the previous lower high? Should you wait for a full candle break or just wick? Wick. So I don't really care for wicks, or I don't look for wicks entries unless we have a situation like this, right? Like right here, so you know how I'll say like wait for a body closure to close above. I mean that will your focus there will be waiting for a body close above, right? Because you're waiting for a price to break above a certain area, because this is like your resistance you have here, right? But terms to like looking for entries on like entries like this, I'll usually wait for a wick to break the higher lows. Like I wouldn't really care about the body, right? I don't know. That's kind of confusing, but that makes sense. Yeah, I came really close to breaking the high here. I came like about a pip, pretty much. You're gonna execute it? Yeah, I was gonna mark execute it. Alright, we're into the last 4 minutes here. I'm gonna probably wait for this 30-minute closer instead of just looking for entries on the 15. I'm gonna wait for a closure on this 30-minute here. Hopefully, we will get a closure above this resistance for entries. If you don't, then there's no entries for us. This is what I want the counter to do here. Exactly like that. That'll be perfect. Might get a 15 minutes earlier. Yeah, you are correct. Thing is though, this 30 minutes I can close bullish though. Let's see. Because overall, this is your overall 1 hour resistance here. This is your most heavy resistance you have. Until we can get another push. This is the only resistance you gotta worry about that's left until at least like 140, 472. Let me go reword this before people get confused. Looking for buys above here if we get. Oh my god, I can't spell. There we go. Let me go and make this around a 14 font, make that smaller. There we go. So you guys can't see why I waited for, like, since it was the last 5-minute candle, 5 minutes of the 15 candle, and we came down to break the current 15 low again. See how I didn't want to enter again. I just wanted to shift my focus towards the 30-minute time from then and waited for a closure above. Because the price wanted to go up here, it wouldn't have came back down to break the current 15-minute low again, right? So I think that was very key in this situation.
To start heading back down. Hopefully
Yeah.
I might look for support around 139.90, and then bull candles and for it to go up from there.
Would
Nice little range there,
you consider taking shorts themselves?
No, I'm still gonna go long, so I'm not gonna bother with shorts.
Oh, 1 hour's unclosed bearish here. Oh no, 1 hour's closed in 30 minutes. The 30 minutes unclosed bearish here. Yeah. Because now you can look towards this as more of a projection, especially by the way we're closing 15. So, see what happens here.
Trading just becomes a little bit easier when you have, I guess, your bias on the buyer or sell. But then I think, you brought up a point a few posts back. Just be fluid, and your bias can change. Just don't be flip flopping all the time. That kind of makes sense.
Like,
there's some structure.
I'm bullish, but I see sells if we respect this resistance, and with the way we close here, I see sells coming down to like probably 139.950, right? But it doesn't mean I'm like bearish for the day. Like, I'm overall bullish, but I see like the move's not gonna happen right now. And even if we do come down here, we still have chances to make support here to go back up later on. So that's kind of what Ifty means by that. But like the last thing I want to do is see this 15-minute candle here and expect price to continue down towards like 136 or 137 or something, and respect like an all-time low reversal. That's when the issue comes into play. What do you think about GJ and how it respects your quarter points? What are quarter points? I mean, I don't use a quarter point, so I don't know what that means. Unless
150 is 25s. Like the
price. The quarter points on the price?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't really look at that, to be honest. I just yeah, I don't really look at that. It's just honestly just wherever price does. If for example, like we can get like a point here that's like, like some odd number like 670 or something. And as long as we respect that, or as long as we break above there, I'm looking for buys above there. Like I don't really care about the quarter points or anything like that, because it can be anything. It can honestly be anything. Okay, say I have a stop at previous low. Should I let that wick take me out, or wait for a solid buy closure above past previous low? Hey, if you could go on like a train view chart and draw me what you're talking about, I think that'll that'll be easier for everyone to understand the question. As traders, a lot of traders are more visual learners than they are with yeah. Short? Short. I'm not gonna take any shorts. But I see shorts coming down here. I see GJ potentially coming down towards here to make support. But I'm not gonna take any sells. I'm either one looking for, because now like, my focus is this. My focus is buys above like this resistance, or two, buys at the support here. So our price were to come down here and then start to close bullish somewhat at support, I'll look for buys going back up. But anything in between here, I am not looking to enter. I don't care what happens in between here. Right, because if this happens, we come down here, let's say we come down this candle, and then the next, like, you know, this is a 730 candle, 745 candle, and after the 715 candle, I mean the ADM candle, boom, you then look buys to go back up again to retest the high.
And well with open.
Yeah, with the NY session opening as well. So it's gonna be pretty interesting. But yeah, I mean, you can look at it as a rejection here. I mean, nothing wrong taking sells here if you want to take shorts. Nothing wrong at all. It makes total sense. It's like a short-term counter trend. Short, so short. Well, whatever you want to enter. If you're relying on another person to enter the buy or sell button on your phone, you need to reevaluate your trading, man. It shouldn't be up to me for you to enter a buy or sell on your phone. It should be up to you. You know, it's your account. You can do whatever you want with the account. Chart. Yeah, just I'm getting a bit confused with that now. There you guys have it. GG is pushing down here. So like, you see how like sometimes you see things come to play, like you're bullish for a day, but then you see this happen and you're more like, okay, we have a high chance to continue down here. It doesn't mean you're fully bearish. It just means that you see sells coming in and buys are not ready yet. You know, buys are only ready above this resistance here. So anything can happen in between there. Was this even a 101 though? I don't think this is even a 101 here. You have on GJ. That also would have been like the 15-minute high here. A 17 pip stop, and then your target would have only been like 15 pips, 14 pips. So I don't think that was even a 101 position.
Only thing you could have done is maybe as it broke the low of the previous spread, stop loss at the top of the high of the current.
4 pip stop, yeah. That makes sense. Counter trending and being a bit more aggressive with the stop loss.
Yeah.
You missed the sell, was watching a video. Well, that video better be hockey with losses small, right? The video that we posted on our Instagram page. I mean on our YouTube page. Yeah, and Will, if you can send me a chart, man. Or draw it out. Dun, dun. Hey, I think we should play some. How about this for a change, guys? Yes, hear this? How's this sound? Is this too boring? Was this make you guys fall asleep? That's a bit too loud. Do you guys prefer this music? Do you guys want to be more in the mood for the holidays, or do you guys want to go back to the other music? That'd be a little cringe, right? Thanks. Why in a 15-minute show super clean traffic for gold going up? Yeah, gold is gonna be pretty clean, go up above its resistance here. It's very clean. Kind of broke it down earlier. This is very clean. 1861 will be a target today. Changing music will change our feelings. We stick to our old trading music as it puts us in the zone of trading. But sometimes you just gotta try new things. I mean, this music is a bit. Yeah, I'll play it for a bit. Let's see if anything changes. Shark sound music. What does that even mean? Drill music. This Jasmine's getting bad though. Banger. Okay. Let's see. If you have a support that's formed here on GJ, I think you could probably anticipate buys in this range here now. In this range. So if you were to come up here and break above this area, back into the range here, high chance we're going to continue up to fill the range. So you can probably anticipate buys there to go up. Whereas you can wait for buys above here as well. But because now, like, this is your previous resistance earlier, but now this is your previous resistance. This is your support that just broke here. So if you come up to break this resistance, we're going to probably continue up to the next resistance. And in this case, you have a bigger range to go up as well. So it's not a bad idea. But definitely some type of bullish kind of closing and back in the range. And then you can kind of say, okay, maybe this is like a fake out play that you have here on GJ, whereas we were pushing down to come back up in the range here. So for those that don't know what I'm talking about, like this can happen. And then, you know, continuation. Lo-fi Christmas music. Oh, okay. I don't think they have, but let me check. That's a good lo-fi. Lo-fi Christmas music. I think it has to be copyright free. That's a good idea. Shout out to you, bro. Lo-fi Christmas music. You guys hear that? Let me know if it's too low. Let me know if it's too loud. This sounds like some Korean drama music, man. Korean drama shows. This is the part where the guy would usually walk away from the girl. It's that scene. You guys see it, or is it just me? Go try and break resistance. Yeah, go try and break resistance here.
All right, anticipating this one to close like this, and then the next candle, nice 30-minute bull, and then we'll, well, at least me, sorry, looking to ride it back up and fill the range and continue upwards. That's my game plan.
Yep, that's my game plan too. But if price decides to go any lower here and breaks this 1 hour low, that is not my game plan anymore.
Game over.
Yeah, that'll be looking towards sells coming down here then. I'll be looking sells coming down towards like 139.700 probably. Because even if we do like come down there, the daily will still be bullish. Because remember how I said how the daily candle earlier in the day, I said how the daily candle is bearish here and it closed bearish at resistance. So if this candle here is showing resistance here and it's starting to reject, and on a smaller time shows you bearish momentum and more of bearish signs and bullish signs, then high chance we could continue to come down for a day, coming down towards this area, and buys are not ready yet because we are closing bearish at resistance. So that's something to look for. Yeah, I think sells below here would not be a bad idea at all. It's gonna be a pretty good idea. Below this area. Alright, this music is too slow, man. Jeez. Let me skip over. Not bad. And so this is 147.074. 147.074. Oh, right here. Nice. You got an opening of this candle here. Yep. What's your target though? Down here at that support? Or down here? Because if you enter on this stop loss is there, current candle, I think, I'm not sure if it's a 1-on-1 or not. I'm not sure if it was a 1-to-1 risk to reward here. For rejection, yep. Yeah, so it going back to your focus now will be shifting back to the daytime for now. I'm looking at the daily, and because technically we are bearish for a day because we closed bearish, right? So that's why earlier I said I really wanted price to really break this resistance here, and I can't watch what would happen there. But I mean, if we're showing bearish momentum here, and we are closing bearish on a small time frame, it will lead to the higher time frame here, and therefore it will lead to the daily time frame. Because if this support breaks here, we will most likely continue down to 139.750. Going on the daily time frame, 139.750 or 139, yeah, 750 would be around right here. So yeah, so it's gonna be interesting what happens there. Yeah, not bad at all. The range go down is not bad at all too. It's gonna be a 10 pip range going down, or even like a 21 pip range going down here. If the how do you feel about his music? You hear it? It's even like Christmas vibes though. For the sell at the break of the previous low in 15 minutes, secured 8 pips and close. Nice. Oh, 8 pips right here. Yeah.
That was clean.
See how, you know, people are looking for their own entries? Pretty cool. People are learning. pretty neat when people who have the same like trade idea, same trade process, same trade thoughts, come in and just show us community. Rather
It's
than
like
if we have like an institutional trader coming in, it would just be straight like not arguing, but just be straight like but and they gotta be like but you know, it's this ongoing just confusion for everyone. So
what's that online game you play?
online game Warzone.
Yeah, so it's like Warzone, right? Like-minded individuals going after the same target, kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Best part is you can bounce ideas off one another, right? Even from the chat, like they may mention something that we don't even see. We're like, oh yeah, that's very true. That's a nice potential setup there. So
yeah. And sometimes I'll get some ideas off of Chazzo if they see something that I don't see. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like you make me better, I make you better. Like we feed off each other, so it's not like yeah, I'm the boss here. You gotta listen to me, you know. We all learn from each other.
oh, your name is the Don.
I am Don though. Search what Don means, guys.
Don.
It's even Christmas, man. Nah, I can't do this playlist. This playlist sucks. How about this? Is there like a how about this?
Who was that individual that had mentioned they missed the trade because of some fib retracement or something like that?
I think it was someone from earlier. I fib off a 5-minute time frame. I think it was K Moon or something. Yeah, K Moon.
I guess I brought it up because this is just an example. If you go on the 15-minute and take the fib from the bottom to the top, it falls within that quote 61.8 range. But if you listen to what Don was saying, if you just draw basic support and resistance, it's the same thing. It's just one less thing you need on your chart. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like if you just for example sake purposes, take the fib, pull it from where's the top down? I don't know. I don't use it.
Okay. Let me. Yeah. Here. So, where's the fib?
That's how you
right
know
here.
we don't know where it is.
I forgot. Yeah, I used to use it when I was like a couple years ago. But yeah.
Go lower. Like take it from all the way to the bottom.
Here.
No, more.
Here.
Oh, right there.
Oh yeah. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Perfect example here. Perfect. Actually, I'm gonna make the 38 a different color, so it's gonna be more. There we go. All right. Talk your shit. Talk your shit, Ifty. You were gonna say anything else? I think you were gonna say something else.
No, it's just that was pretty much it.
Oh yeah. So like yeah. Look at it here. I mean, if you were just to remove your fib, and you would have seen this just using price action, you don't really need a fib in this area, because look at what price is doing. You can say, okay, yeah, you're waiting for a 61.8 retracement right here. Look at what it is. It lines up perfectly with our support. 38.2 right here with that resistance that I formed there earlier. The zero retracement right here. You know, so it's like, why would you put your trust towards this indicator? And for price to bounce off this right there fib when you just wait for price to really close bullish there. You would have just seen it anyways without waiting for the fib. You know? So it's kind of like, once you really understand the meanings behind the things, you start to remove those things for because like it's just extra stuff at the end of the day. But
yeah, I mean, don't get us wrong. There's a place and time for everything. But I think if you're using it only as an extra confirmation, it may help, but it's not a end all be all kind of thing. Like you missed your trade because you were so set on waiting for it to hit that and it didn't. But then if you had your support or resistance close by, you're like, hey, it's still in that area kind of thing, right? That's all it is.
Yeah. Like prices bounces to 61.8 retracement here, so I feel like a lot of people got in here at the support versus go up, but. Problem is that's how we were introduced. Yep, because that's what almost all the mentors out there, well, not all, but majority of the mentors out there teach. They generally just teach it kind of the same thing, So I think that's why a lot of people came across Fibs in their career at some point, or even came across like like bullish flags, bearish flags, dojis, gravestone doji, like all those things there. Like it's because like a lot of mentors have the same, I guess I can say, technique, right? So that's why a lot of us was introduced to it. Like nothing wrong with Fibs. I used to use Fibs as well. It's just that I found more consistent ways of trading than just Fibs. Yeah, at the end of the day, it's honestly all just what works for you. But if you're trying to make it simple, it's there.
I feel like there's been a ton of movement, but we've only moved 20 pips the whole session.
Thing is, like, it's gonna be a long day too. It's gonna be like a very late move, probably, if anything.
Boy, did you see the flash yesterday? The meteor that went over.
The what?
There was a meteor.
Really?
That went over Toronto. Yeah, there was a huge flash.
When?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not looking outside 24/7, but what time was it at?
Like in the afternoon. I didn't catch it either, but then I was just watching news, and bro, it looked like Armageddon for a second, man.
Look like what?
It was a view from the CN Tower.
Mm-hmm.
They showed it on the news. It was pretty cool. You just see the whole.
You said it looked like Armageddon. That's before your time.
You just see that. You just see the whole city just light up for like half a second, and then it's gone.
I'm trying to look for an image here. Was it captured on anything yesterday?
They showed it on CP24 from the view of the CN Tower. Yo, side note, Armageddon is one of my favorite movies, man.
I'm not. I'll search up later. Damn. That's pretty cool. I know most of the folks on YouTube just teach Fibs and stuff for content. I feed them, can tell what each number represents. Yeah, I mean, I've just gone to a point where I always have asked the why things, and the why, like, to why does this make sense? Like, at first, when I first started, Fibs, stuff like that, because I was new, right? So, Fibs, trend lines, like, all those things, like, it was more resource, right? It's what I heard everywhere. All those famous, popular mentors out there, gurus out there, like, that's what they teach, right? And that's all I came across. But as time went on, as I started to experience more, I'm like, okay, what does this even mean? Like, why does this mean this? Like, what's the reason for, like, what's so special about, like, the numbers on the Fibs, right? And that's when I started to look more towards just price action, just being, like, that's why I'll say now, it's just honestly, this isn't even a strategy that what I do here. It's more of just, like, being fluid to the markets and being able to adapt, So, if you ask me what my strategy is, I can't even tell you what my strategy is. It's honestly just being fluid. Just show up every morning, you kind of get the idea of things. But yeah, I mean, a lot of folks out there, they do teach Terry, I love this. What's going on, man? Who is that? But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of folks teach. But then it goes back to saying like if everyone trades the same, then why isn't everyone like, you know, consistently profitable then, you know? That's why we start by losing. We are attracted by those gurus who teach us useless, complicated things. Then we later meet people like after realizing that whatever. Yeah, I mean, another thing that goes with it is like sometimes you can't like a lot of people like they blame the mentor for some reason, and you can't even blame like the mentor or guru because like I mean they're teaching what well initially works for them, right? I don't know if it works for them, but I mean what initially works for them to sell their course, for them to do whatever, right? And you get the info, and if it doesn't work for you, you're set to blame the mentor. But at the end of the day, honestly, it all goes back to just being it goes back to to emotions and just how you react to things. Like over trading, over leveraging, you can't even blame the mentor for that. You know, it kind of all goes back to that. So yeah, it's kind of like a mix of both. But I don't like this music. It's too slow or something. What's this? There, that's better. Yeah. But you are correct. There is a million ways to trade forex. There are a million ways to trade forex. It honestly just goes back to what works for you. Don't care, like don't worry about what other people are doing. It's if it works for you, it works for you. You know, you can't force something to work for you if it doesn't naturally work for you.
I have a celery play on the 15th.
Start playing 15 for sells, or what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Oh, sells. Okay. Yeah.
That's the only celery play. But here's the thing: the hours bearish, the half or the 30 minutes bearish. Everything's gonna close bearish. So if we break that low, I think we're gonna be seeing all these bear candles.
Mhm.
But it goes back to that question. Remember, I asked you, like, would you rather take a buy at the opening of this candle because it created support, or would you rather take a,
Yeah.
wait for the selling play to go down?
In this case, yeah, I mean, it goes back to the answer of just what do you see in like the higher time frame, I guess, a 1 hour 30 minute. What's it show there? What way are we pushing towards? We have news today. I didn't even check news today. Oh my god. No, we don't. OPEC holiday meetings. Unemployment claims. Some orange folder shouldn't affect us that much. Friday. Tomorrow we have NLP tomorrow, so tomorrow stream will be pretty late. Don't be late tomorrow. And it kind of goes back to yesterday. Sorry, this topic's kind of dragging on, but it's like, you know how like people come like sometimes like yesterday someone mentioned how someone in their stream or something like that was talking not the other guy, by the way, it was someone else, but he was talking about how this about how we do this a certain way, and I mean, like, I don't really care, because honestly it's just like, if whatever I'm doing works for me and I'm doing it for the past like year, then I don't care whatever you guys say about it, right? Because it works for me. Like, if your thing, your strategy works for you so much to a point where you want me to copy you, you, you know, it's like, it's I mean, you shouldn't really care to because even if someone else, like, someone else tells you, oh yeah, this doesn't work, do it this way. Even if you were to come follow them, they'll be like, they'll tell you that, why are you copying me? Why you copying my training style? You know, it goes back to that. So it's just like, it's all ego in the FX markets. You just gotta do what works for you. I'm not gonna lie, guys. It took me a while to really adapt to catching smart ranges, smart pips. Like for me, starting off trying to catch like 100 pips or swing trading, going down to like this, it took me a while for me to really adapt to it, because I had this thing in my head that always kept telling me that I needed to catch more pips to make more, or I needed to trade more to make more. So it took me a long time to adapt. But I knew that this is what thing with scalping versus swing is, that you can literally look for sims. You can see the same setup like 25 times a day, whereas swing subs you can only see them like a couple times a week. You know, if anything, none, no subs for the week for swings. So it's like, that's why I just started to adapt to more of scalping, I guess. Capital Group, Rob, what's going on, man? This music is so depressing. Okay, I'm going back to my own music. Or like, this is so clickbait. It says that it's Chris's music, but it's not even Chris's music. It's just regular lo-fi music. How about this? Hmm. How many of you guys here in the start of your journey or anywhere in your journey, you have came across like Fibs, or you have used them? Let me know in chat. I'll say like probably like 8%ers. Well, not 8% watchers, but a certain group, they all start with like the same resources. And it kind of goes back to beta pips. Kind of what they kind of taught as well. At the end of the day, what does everyone out there that has a Lambo kind of do? You know, every trader out there that really has a Lambo are the ones that, you know, all of them kind of teach the same fibs kind of thing, you know. Like, yeah. Use them so badly. I use them too. I abuse them. Like, those like my I use them with confluence with trend lines, and then confluence with, I guess, price action as well when I first started. Fibs are great for wick entries. At least, right? Yeah, fibs are. I mean, fibs would be ideal for like those wick entries, but I kind of stepped away from like wick entries or getting the perfect entry all the time, right? So that's why I kind of adapted as well. Because a lot of people have trouble like if people are looking for buys in this switching, they'll want to look for buys at this low here to take buys going back up. But for me, I want kind of buys in this area here, above this area, to go up because I feel like this is what I'll be comfortable with. And a lot of people have trouble seeing that or have trouble adapting to that. That you can just catch this range and you can catch the entire wick entry, you know. Okay, it goes back to people just wanting more and wanting the best entry possible. And sometimes you can't really get that all the time, you know. KISS method, keep it simple, keep it super simple. KISS. I swear if I get copyright for this is like non-copyrighted music. The background music. Yes, yeah. So gold never broke above here. The 1 hour here never closed above. We closed bearish as well resistance. So I mean, there's no buys until we actually close above here. We decided to reject here actually. So waiting for closures are very key here. We should be coming down here towards probably 1835 here. Towards that support. Yeah, GG here hasn't moved. I feel like it's moved a lot, but it's only 809 here. The last 10 minutes or so have gone by so slow. Hey, Ifty, are you in this trade, Ifty? Are you in for a buy?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for this 30 to close before I consider any
Oh,
buys.
30. Okay. I got you.
You know, it was interesting. If you go on the 30,
Yeah.
you see how it opened what it had opened above the previous body of the other one. Does that make sense what I just said?
It opened above.
Like the current candle
Yes.
within of the previous one, right?
Yeah.
And the 15-minute had already printed a bull candle.
Yes. Yeah, I get that. Yeah.
Something like that. But I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna wait my 30 out, and that's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can look at that as towards like a rejection then, because like the 15 is like closing bullish as support,
Yeah.
and then 30-minute you can look at this 30-minute wick as your rejection.
Exactly.
But like price is still kind of bearish here, so it kind of this is like
yeah.
throws the whole analysis off.
This is one of the reasons why I stopped
Trusting the 15.
focusing on 15.
Yeah.
I'll just use 15 to like maybe some trade management once in a while. So I just wait for 30s now. That's just my preference. I do definitely miss out on trades, but I have more confidence in my 30-minute entries a lot more.
Yeah, we're done with that Christmas music, guys. We're done. No, it's too slow. It's making me fall asleep. Did you just like this earlier day exploded? Yeah. Yeah, it'll probably explode or whatever term you mean. Once it breaks the support here, or once it breaks above here, it'll probably explode a certain way. Because if you really think about it, it's just like right now, price is just creating a range, right? You have your support form there, you have your resistance form here, so we kind of need a breakout of this area here. So above here will be buys, and below here will be sells. That'd be pretty ideal. What's he gonna do? I kind of want to see if you could kind of anticipate like sells off this 15-minute break here. Below like the support here. Off the start replay. Taking it down towards there. Consider buys above 140, 080. 080. Yep. Yep. Because this is like your resistance form and this is your support form, right? It's kind of like your range. If you get a breakout coming back into this range here, we'll be breaking back into this range. I think buys will be lovely above this area as well. Yep, that'll make total sense. Piece of anticipation, yep. Alright, 15 has closed bearish here. The first 15 of the hourly has closed bearish. So ooh. The 1 hour candle, if you look at the 1 hour time frame, the 1 hour candle rejected off of this resistance here. At this resistance closing bear. So if the first 15 close bearish at resistance and we have created a high rate for the alley, I mean this candle here could drive coming back in the range here, coming down here. So let's see, how's the 30-minute look? 30-minute is still open. Okay, yeah, still below here. Hope you do. I think I took like 3 trades this weekend. I did not trade that much this week. But sometimes you get those weeks, you get those days where there's just no entries for you. I mean, yeah, December has been like 2 trades, 3 trades. This FOREX is gonna close bullish though in like 42 minutes. If we close what we do here, we're gonna close bullish. So leaving a reject, I guess you can say a wick fill to the upside because we're closing bull. It's gonna be I mean we have 42 minutes left. I've seen many times where the last like literally the last 10 minutes of the 4 hour candle just drives all the way back down and close bearish. So Looks like you sent. This was this. TV24 here. What do you have?
If you happen to catch.
Oh. Wait, FD, is there a video here of the thing?
Yeah, just on the right side. In the small box.
This?
Yeah, the one below it.
This one.
Yeah, that one. Just like a second, really. But you get different angles.
Oh, it's from the day.
Yeah. That's crazy,
Oh,
man.
damn, it just flashed.
Yeah, from the CN Tower. That looks pretty cool, man. It was going like 1,000 kilometers an hour, apparently. Oh, it says it right there.
So how
That's
close?
not-
How close is it to us?
I don't remember what it said.
Oh, 100 kilometers.
No, it,
Oh
it
no,
was
that's an hour.
It was in the atmosphere for us to be able to see it like that, but it's pretty cool still. Yeah, that was really it.
It would have been cool if it was at night.
Hmm.
What a year? 2020 is a crazy year, man. Remember last time during this time of the year? Did we get cases ready last year around this time? No, right? We didn't get any cases yet, or we just started to talk about the virus, I think. Or was it January when we started talking about the virus?
Yeah, it was like more February, March. March we went in lockdown, so I think January we're starting to talk about it in China.
Yeah, like when we got our first case, like yeah, I swear it was December when we got like our first talk about it. But I mean, at that time, no one cared about it. Everyone's like, yeah, it's just another, you know, this is another we'll go away, yeah. Yeah, it was like very small talks about it last December. Apparently, it's been around since like March 2019, though. I mean, obviously, right?
Yeah.
Man, that's tough, man. A year later, and we're just. Who would have known? Guess what? When you get older, this craziness will seem like child's play. LOL, it gets crazier every year. Really? You tell me we'll get a crazier year than 2020. 2020 history class? This year will go down in the books. In the books. We used to talk about the 2008 recession, but now everyone's talking about the 2020. Killer Bees. The Killer Bees, it wasn't bad. It wasn't that bad. But man, if that got bad, then damn. Yeah, I was watching the other day. Like I was watching, I heard, like I was reading some last. It was like a little clip of last year, and it was like, yeah. So we have 6 cases of the coronavirus in China here. And I was like, oh shit, 6 cases. Like, damn, 6 cases. Now we have over like, I don't know, I can't even keep up with how many cases we have now, but just by the way it spread within a year, it was pretty crazy. At one point we had 6 cases. At one point we had 1 case.
Yeah, man, we're like at 2K right now.
What if we were to just, at those 6 cases, we were to just, they were just locked on everything from that point? You know, and we were stopped from there. Damn. Anyone want to chat COVID? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I know, well, I'm not gonna say any names, but I know someone that did. We're looking on GJ. I'm looking for a sell below here. I'm just waiting for it price to actually close below here. It's honestly so boring to look at right now because price hasn't been moving. Hey, Ifty, have you seen the test for COVID-19 yet?
COVID test?
Yeah, COVID test. Have you taken a test?
Yeah, I
yet?
did it. I did it because I had like sniffles and like I was sneezing like crazy this one day, runny nose and everything. And I'm like, I'm just gonna go get tested because Nadia and Aiden, right?
Uh-huh.
So I went.
How was it?
It was pretty quick. The test itself was a little uncomfortable. Right?
Aren't there two types of tests? One's where they stick it really deep up your nose, and one's where it's just like the
Yeah.
they don't, like, there's one where they don't stick it that deep. Like I saw the NBA one for the bubble, and it wasn't that bad.
No, they used like a little Q-tip swab kind of thing. This was like different, man. It was narrow. It was way up there, man.
Did you sneeze after or cough? I mean that'll probably make me.
Tearing up.
Yeah. But it's quick though, right? It's like a 3-second thing.
No, 15 seconds, bro.
Holy shit.
Felt like more like a minute long, right? Which is kind of long. You got something up your nose like that. But the results came in back in 3 days online. It was pretty quick. I felt better after that.
Came back negative.
Yeah, just a peace of mind, you know.
Yeah.
And then I got a $25 parking ticket. I'm like, god damn.
I mean, testing was free. You gotta pay for something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I took it.
Oh, you have COVID now. Damn. Hope you feel better, man. Hope everything's alright. Yeah, it's pretty tough. You can't really control things like this. You know, it was just stuff happens. And you will move on, and you know, life will get better.
And it's paint drying right now.
Literally paint drying. Speaking about paint drying, you guys ever seen Bob Ross? You guys ever seen Bob Ross paint? It's similar to how trading is. Hey, I'm about to educate right here. Let's go search up Bob Ross
OG Afro.
painting. Alright. That's what we're gonna do here. Let's go here. What's the first thing Bob Ross? Okay, no, not this. He does not do that off the rip. Okay, let's go to here.
It's wet and to make it slick, it allows us to actually.
What's the first thing he does here?
On the canvas. I sort of like that.
When he paints something, he doesn't start off with details. He kind of starts off with just the rough base of things, you know, just like the kind of like the background, just like the overall feel of the painting, you know.
That we want to
So you know, start the sky here. For example, he's drawing the sky here. Boom, 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 boom. The sky. Starts to add purple. Starts to add some blue in there. Cool, 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 cool. Right? Okay. You know, I think just skipped. All right, here, going back to this. So, you know, and then first he just made it simple, and he starts to add little details now. He starts to add those more darker colors in to make clouds a bit more noticeable, or the water, the reflection of the water here, you know. So go on, continue. Now he's trying to draw like little, where are these? Clouds? Mountains? Mountains or trees, whatever, right? Like kind of like he starts to add more detail now. Same thing for trading. Like when you're starting off with trading, and when you're marking up a chart, people ask me, well, what time frame do you trade on? You can't really look at it like that, because when you start with trading, I kind of break it down from like the weekly, you know, from the weekly, break it down to like the daily, break it down to 4 hour. But as the lower time frame I drop, the more detail I'll start to get. So same thing with like Bob Ross painting. You know, you can't really get to the final result by looking at one time frame. You really gotta break this down and take them slow. If that makes sense.
Let's have some more fun.
But yeah, look, he starts to add little trees after. You know, now you're starting to find his like, you know, his confirmations. You know, on a 15-minute time frame. But and look at the painting after. The painting ends off like this after. And I started off like this. Same thing for trading. At first the chart was like this, and now it looks like this. And now I know what I'm looking for. Now I know what I'm waiting for.
Yeah, I'm surprised you even know Bob Ross, to be honest.
No offense. Wait, what you say?
30 close the border.
You know Bob Ross.
Oh, no, I don't know about Ross. No offense, but it sounds like you're probably a 22, maybe 23-year-old demographic who watches CNN. I don't know. I honestly, like AAFX said, I just trade. I don't really, you know.
He's Canadian. He doesn't have a dog in our fight.
Hey, leave us alone, man. We're good up here.
30 closed bull.
30 closed bull, yeah. It's a doji, so I see it as nothing. And that's just me.
Ty, it's like saying Ty's rolling. It's like saying you sound like a 21-year-old trader that posts pictures of Lamborghinis and forex profits on Instagram to flex your profits and sell courses and signals. You know, it's the same thing as that. It doesn't have to do anything with trading. But yeah, this bar example, you know, same thing as trading. Honestly, the same thing. It's kind of like telling a story in FX. You know, you start off with the hourly time frame. How does that relate to the 15-minute time frame? How does that relate to the higher time frame? What will that 1 hour lead? Like, how will that lead you to the daily time frame? How would those things add up to that time frame? It's like telling a story. So it's a lot more than just looking at a single time frame and waiting for a certain thing to happen. You know. Like, this is the final result. This is why I have it sub here as sells below here after buys above there, because this is what I found throughout my analysis that started off with the weekly and the daily, right? And then it goes down to like waiting for candles to close a certain way and the way candles close and how they close. So a lot to it.
Celery.
Can you break it down? Then please like start weekly to looking and place entries. Yeah, so you could go to begin the streams at 6:30. Like every stream, go on every stream, go from 6:30, and see how I break down GJ. Obviously at 6:30 I might get an entry in, right? But then you can kind of look at it, skip to like now. For example, go to 6:30 and skip it down to where we're at now, and you can kind of see where I'm looking for entries at now. So I'm placing an entry on GJ once price actually closes below here, like this. And I'll take a sell coming down, expecting this to happen. Entries current candle, styles previous candle, targeting down here.
Wow, look at the 30.
30-minute, what happened? Bullish?
Yeah, so would you wait for the close below? I mean, I know we're going up, but if let's say we were going bear a second ago, would you wait for that close below, or would you take it at the break of the candle?
I'll wait for a closure below. Because if I were to take a sell replay here, it's like,
right into the support.
It's like yeah, this kind of goes above support, right? So
Close below 927.
yep, 927.
It's safer.
I think Ifty's looking for entries here.
Might be a no, because the previous 30 was more like a doji. I let it go.
Doji, yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't strong enough, is I guess what I'm saying. The only thing I'm considering is if it breaks the previous 30 high,
Yeah.
then I'll consider jumping in there. But again, it goes to like resistance. It looks like a no trade for me personally, but yeah.
I mean, I didn't take any trades yet. I still got 2 lives today. Worst comes to worst, we save our lives for another day. In trading, our 2 trades for another day. That's what I mean.
NFT tomorrow. Don't save it for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah, it's a Friday. You're not worried about the traffic, because on selling setup, I'm seeing a lot of Wicks rejections. I'm kind of more shift towards this right here. That's where my clean traffic is, below that area. So this would be my target for sells if I do try catch sells. About 10 pips, 12 pips. That's all I care about. If you go on like a 30-minute, you might see a lot of rejections there and stuff, but even the 1 hour looks clean as well. 1 hour looks pretty clean if you were to break below there, coming down towards like the support down here at like 139.750. You're looking at this candle, right? That makes sense. You guys know when you have those cuts in your mouth? Like the other day, I bit my inside lip, and now I have like a cut there, and it just burns when I do everything. Eat, drink water. Alright, Wix 9. Alright, man. We're done here. I'm hopping off. Jeez. I was doing my analysis on Buddy the other day, and he was like, "Do you see the cup in the handle?" I was like, "What the fuck?" Yeah, that is a teacup. You need to do that as well. I need to trade like that as well. I'll look for a teacup. Yeah, it's like this. It looks like this, right? It goes like this. Oh, it's like this. And then you can expect this, right? So it's like saying you have like candles like this, candles, and then you have boom, or let me draw it out. You have like this, boom, 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 boom. This. Oh no, sorry. And you kind of have like this form there, and then you kind of have your support here, resistance there, and then you kind of have this stuff right here. Boom. And then you're expecting like you draw a fib up, you draw from here to here, you get like whatever here, and then you expect price to continue down to make some type of low, make some type of retest, and then you would then take buys going back up, right? That's the teacup. Yeah, that was something I used to mess with, but and then it'll go up like this. So if you look at it, it's like over a teacup. You go like this, boom, that's your cup, and then this is like your candle, and you expect price to continue up. That's exactly what it is, right? Yeah, been there, done that. I've been through a lot of this, man. You can name anything. I've probably been through it, tried it.
I go into 140.16 here.
Yeah.
One of the break of the previous 30 as I was describing earlier.
Mhm.
Previous 30 high.
If we close here in 6 minutes, that'd be cool for us to take buys going up. Hey, if the 30-minute close weak bullish, but the 15 close is decently strong
Yeah,
bullish.
no, so what I was saying was I took a small position at the break of the previous 30 high.
Oh, break it there.
I was saying I'll consider that right there, yeah.
Okay. Yep, that makes sense. Managing risk. Nice. Yep, we're kind of just breaking back into this range here, guys. So, I mean, it comes down to looking for entries now. At least we're starting to move here. I was gonna be a bit worried if by 8:30 we weren't moving, you know, because then we'd probably range for another hour or so. What do you think of these harmonic scanners then? Honestly, when I first started, there was no scanner. Well, I never tried a scanner, but I did try harmonics, harmonic patterns, and one of them was a bullish bat pattern, and you know, yeah. I mean, I've tried. I have some type of touch through it, touched it before. It's so confusing though. Like it's so you know you need like a certain angle on like the harmonic thing. Where is it? Like this. You need like this to touch. Like I don't even know how it looks, man. But you need this to touch this. Like you need certain numbers on the angles here for you to get trade. And it's like, man, this is like geometry class. What is this? I mean, if it works, it works, eh? Works, it works. I was like, bro, just keep it simple. Why complicated? Yeah. Cause going back to it, if you honestly look at it, if you just look at it and remove the whole teacup thing, you know, it's like saying you can just honestly wait for this. Remove the teacup. It's like saying you have your support, you have your resistance form here. You didn't have your support formed here. This is your range, and we failed to break the highs here, but price came down to make a new support right here. So then you honestly just wait for price to close bullish here at support. Take buys going up. Yeah, it's you can make it much more simple. The teacup pattern. Damn, good old days. What else is there? There was a lot, man. There was hold on, I might have my notes, guys. I'm gonna go take my notes out, alright? From when I first started. So give me a second. Alright, I'm back. I'm back. Alright, I found my notes. This is it. This binder here. From high school. Pretty much these are my FOREX notes here. Damn. Let's see. First page here. Damn, what do you have here? Let me cover up the name. Cause no promo. But damn. This is my first page of notes in FX. That's what I did.
Oh damn, you should laminate that, man. Put it up.
I'm never gonna throw this out. Yeah, this is legend. This is when the journey started here.
What do you have on it? Just curious. What did you note down?
Identifying trends. EMA blue, MA red. Red over blue equals downtrend. Form resistance daily red. Okay, yeah. Oh, look what I have here. I'll draw trend lines. You have the oh, what do you have here? You have Fibonacci's. You have 61, 38, PRZ levels, price reversal zone levels. Guys, been through it. I'm telling you, I've been through it. I've been through it. It's not, you know, I don't lie about these things here. When people tell me these things, I've been through it. Like, this is when I first started. 2 years ago.
It's the journey right there.
I mean, yeah. Never buy and sellers markets. I mean, that's one thing I kept in mind. Never buy and sellers markets. Never sell in buyers markets. Downtrend. Yeah, follow the trend. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty key. First thing everyone learns in FX. What else is there? Oh man, this goes. Okay, this is. I'm gonna go through everything. What do you have here? Oh, you have. This is pretty cool. When I first started, you have market structure here. I learned market structure. Oh, what do you have here? You have some type of, yeah, I mean, this is all market
closed
structure.
above.
Oh, all right, let's go back. 15 day close above here.
Probably fill that range.
Man, yeah, the range isn't that great. I mean, you would probably have the stop loss is gonna be like minimum here 14 pips here minimum, unless you get entries as price starts to retrace here. I mean, it's gonna be roughly right now like 14 pip stops, and then your target's gonna be like 12 pips. I mean, if you're anticipating price to break this resistance here, which you can probably anticipate, I think entries here would make sense. So I think I'm gonna wait for a 15 to close to flip bullish here, and I'm gonna take an entry on GJ. I'm gonna anticipate price to break up here. And I'm gonna anticipate my target to be around like 140, like somewhere around this area above here. Around this area. My stops would definitely be 14 pips. Once you like break this tire up again, that's be around like 139. That's stop current candle low. Yep. Just waiting for this candle flip there. we're talking about notes. I actually want to go through it, but we gotta focus up here. But look, you know, and then I have another course. I have another notes here. This is my first. I think this is later on. This is Steve Morrow stuff. Learn about institution trading, that stuff that was too complicated for me. Look at this. I'm telling you guys, I've been through it. Stop hunts, highlighted in orange. Stop hunts. Learn about that. You know, look at this. If only trading was this simple, right? Wednesday reversal, this and that, you know, Friday, you know, manipulation. Tough. We'll go through that later. So yeah, two things you can do here. You can look for buys, obviously, once you break this high here, or two, if this kind of were to close bearish here, coming back into range, because like if you look at this is like your resistance level, this is like your support level, and we have closed above. Therefore, we are expecting this kind of here to continue up, right? But if this kind of here decides to close bearish here, coming back into range, then high chance this is like kind of like your fake out play for price to continue down here, as we're gonna come back into range. So let's see what this candle does. I think now though that this candle has made a deeper low, a lower wick. I think once you break the high, you can put your stop loss at this current candle low instead of having to be down here. I think that'll make sense as well. Hourly candle is bullish. Hourly's bullish, 30 minutes bullish, 4 hours still bullish, right? Think about the 4 hour is 4 hour. Look at this. The 4 hour is actually at resistance here, but if this 4 hour candle actually closes above this resistance within the next 10 minutes here, and we get a strong close bullish above, then high chance the next 4 hour candle will continue to push up, because then we'll be breaking this resistance, right? Because then we'll actually be closing above. Because look at these wicks here. These wicks here have all came up, rejected, and they have all closed up below that area. So if we get a closure above, that will mean that we're breaking out of the range here on a 4 hour, and I think we will look to continue further up, if that makes sense.
All right, guys, I gotta dip. Catch you guys tomorrow. Possibly.
You're gonna dip?
Yeah, man. I gotta.
Damn, the show just started. I feel like the show is just starting now. It's not. No, it's alright. Yeah, man. Catch you later, man. Take it easy.
Chat.
Yeah. Oh man, look at this, guys. This will kill. This will make you guys laugh probably, but look at this. It's like 2 years ago. Look what I wrote. You guys can't see that, can you? It's backwards, but it says one pair 30 pips a day, 150 pips a week, 600 pips a month per one lot size equals $6,000. Like my focus here was just the money and just catching big trades. If the Asian session is 40 to 50 pips, why don't trade? Go back to your old notes, man. You're gonna laugh at yourself because you're improving, or your whole perspective is gonna change. And yeah, man, this is legendary right here. Definitely will save that for future. I bet if I look at my notes from when I was in IMO a couple months ago, I'll laugh so hard. Don't look at it yet. Look at it within a year from now. Like a year from your trading career. Look back at your notes. Or 2 years from now, you're gonna laugh by then. Give it more time to progress. You know. Give it like 2 years. Hey Wixon, what are your thoughts on this candle closing here? The hourly closing. Bullish here.
Yeah, I like it. I like it for buys, man.
Like,
But
is that thing like stopping you to take buys or anything?
15 pips. I mean, if we close above this zone on the hourly, I honestly think it's gonna push up. This candle will push up. and I'm gonna take it at the, once it turns green, turns blue, once it flips.
Yeah.
But if it closes above that zone, what are stops here? Like 15 pips? Is it even 1-to-1?
Oh, above like 140, 200? Above here? Talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of wanted this candle to close above to flip and break this high. I mean, same thing from earlier, guys. Look what happened earlier. We wanted to take buys here as prices breaking this high. I mean, this same thing's happening here. We came close, but we never broke it. There's no entries for us given here, and price kind of just fell back down here. So if we close back into range here, I mean, I would consider ourselves, but
Yeah, that dropped a lot.
gold.
Let's see. No, GJ, that's
Oh,
came right back.
yep. What's up, bro? What's up, Jerry Roberts? What's going on? Oh man, can't wait to see what happens here. 1 hour doesn't close bow. Yeah, let's see what happens here. I mean, thing is, if this 15 closes bearish and the 1 hour closes bullish, you can have a star replay here to go up. It's been a while since we had that. Buy stops up right here, stops current candle, and take buys going up towards this target. I think
was
today.
really hoping this 15 goes up.
This 15.
Yeah, I was really hoping this 15 breaks the zone, makes a fat wick down, and goes up to the top of the range.
I guess it's the last 15 of the hourly candle. So I mean, the hourly created a wick, right? So because the hourly will still close bullish at support here. That's not the support. I think today we have so many scenarios that we had in mind here, but there's just no entries given. There's just no pocket red aces. If you were to take every idea given, if we were to take every idea that we wanted to take today, without waiting for our confirmations, we would have overtraded today, right? But waiting for those confirmations, this is no trade for us, and therefore, we're not in any trades yet. At this point, well, I'm not. I don't know about you guys. Some people caught buys, some people caught sells. I just didn't catch anything today so far. Don, would you think start playing on 15-minute? Yeah, I would. We have 2 minutes left to wait here, so let's go through back or no. What else do you have here? All right, here. Look at this. So 2 years ago, when I was learning about this market maker method, whatever, I wrote down, here's a schedule for brokers. Show up to the office at 12 to 1 a.m. Look for subs at the end of the Asia session and go to mid-London around 4 hours. Take break. Trade red box 2 to 4 hours, 8 to 11, 8 to 10 a.m. Look for POD and LOD 4 or 5 days back. Come back for end of the London session, beginning US session 9:30, 8:30. You get the Brinks hammer. EMAs the 5, 13, 50, 200, 800 that mustard, ketchup, water, mayo, and blueberry. Basic candlestick patterns, color coded sessions. Oh man, this is tough. The stuff that I've been through, this is really tough, guys. What else do you have here? I'm not making this up. This is literally, I'm reading this off my thing. Four trades, stop hunt high, M formation, stop hunt low, W formation, straight away rise, straight away drop. Okay. Vector candles V3, 3 swipes higher low, W and M, 3 levels of rise, 2 levels of fall, end of the day in consolidation. Wow. Pins, timings, hammers, everything. This definitely was not organic, guys, when I started off here at all. This is just pure yeah, this is oh, closing at 40 seconds here. Let's not get too topic. Okay. Looks like we might get a closure above this resistance here, guys. I think starter play here will be valid. Let's hope we get a bond wick though here. If we get a bond wick, that'll be perfect for our entry, and we'll take buys here.
I'm gonna open up a can of condensed milk if we take buys.
Come on, I want it to close bearish though. I want the time to close bearish so I can take the buy stop above. That's what I want. I want a bond wick though. That's what I want. A bond wick now. That's all I need. We need a bottom wick here, guys. So I'm hoping for something like this to happen. Well, I'm expecting something like this to happen. We open up here, obviously push up. I want this candle to make some type of bottom wick here. So like that, wherever that bottom wick is formed, that's gonna be our stop loss. And then as you break the highs, we'll have buy stops here that will get activated, and you can anticipate the candle to continue up. Stops current candle. That's what I'm looking at. So I'm looking for, but I want that bottom wick. And then boom, you can anticipate this to happen. Coming up towards 140 to 118. Are you market executing on? No, I'm gonna have buy stops, but I kinda want the bond wick to have my stop loss set first. For the buy stop. $140, $200. Yep, that's my target. 140, 200-ish for a start play. I kind of want a steeper bond wick because like stops are gonna be based off the current candle. So I mean, it can come down to here. We'll have like a 5 pip stop loss, 6 pip stop loss to go up, or even this right now will be roughly around like a 4 pip stop loss. But I kind of want to be a bigger stop loss, just because the spreads and all that. US 30 here should be pushing up here towards around 30,000 here. This range should go up, not bad. 800 point range, not bad at all. Okay, cool. This is fine. Yep, that's fine. Okay, now we just need to flip bullish, break this high, and I'm in a buy. Until then, there's no trade for me. So wait for us to flip bullish here. This right here was from earlier. Gotta delete that. It's irrelevant. There we go. So see how the 4-hour candle closed bullish, guys? 4-hour candle closed bullish. Like barely above this resistance here. It pretty much closed out right at resistance, but it's a bit above. If you're anticipating this 4-hour to continue up here, you can kind of anticipate that we're gonna make a bond wick and then flip to fill that wick, like so. If this is what you're expecting this 4-hour candle to do. Drop down to like the hourly time frame. Hourly time frame did close bullish as well. The thing about the hourly time frame is the hourly time frame came up, made a resistance, came down, made a support. This is your range. Price has more range to go up here. At least this resistance. Go down to the 15-30 minute. That's your entry candle. The 15 minutes, 15-minute candle here. That's saddle replay. So right now we're looking at around like a 6 pip stop, which is not bad. This is my first trade of the day, by the way. Did not take any positions today. Oh, getting close, guys, getting close. If it's hourly count flips bullish, will you consider a buy? Yeah, I mean, we just broke that down. Ain't you worried about the 140, 130 resistance? Not really. Not really this resistance, just because like this analysis is kind of based off the 1-hour time frame where I mentioned I have more range to go up here. The 4-hour and like the 30 minute just being clean here. Push up. I'm not really bothered that much by this right here, the 130 level. I'm kind of like my focus here is kind of this candle too. I'm expecting price to mirror that candle once it breaks above this level. Okay, we're in, guys. I'm in. My things are activated here, right around this area. Stops our current candle around 6 pips here. Target's gonna be around this resistance right here. I am leaving a runner, by the way. My runner position I broke it down earlier. It's where I'm leaving it to. But yeah, just like where I'll close like maybe partials around this area. This is my last trade of the day, by the way. My first and last trade. That's all I'm gonna attempt today since it's getting late into the session. The star play, yeah, it's like yeah, it kind of goes along with like the higher time frame as well. 4-hour daily, they're all bullish. I think a lot of people were looking for buys today more than sells, which made perfect sense. Price is just really bullish. Let's see how the trade goes though. The reason why I don't have my stop loss, by the way, at this first candle low, because this is the first 15-minute candle hourly, and if we're making a new high here, this is your current candle low. Price shouldn't really come down or break this low if it wants to drive up here, because if price were to come down and flip bearish now, and if it were to flip bearish and then come down and break the current candle low, then we have a very high chance of driving further down towards this level. So, I mean, there's no point of leaving your stop loss down here, because even if you were to break this area, we're going to be breaking structure and we're going to be coming back down there anyways. So you're kind of risking this for no reason, right? So that's why my stop loss is going to be right here instead of right here. Going like 6 pips. Is that a emoji? The waiting emoji? On last minute GG will push. Hey, this is the time that I hop off. And usually when I hop off, you get a certain move at 9:39 a.m., right? So, I mean, maybe we gotta pull reverse the card today. We gotta stay on. If I took a trade earlier, I would have been off by now. I would have called it a day, but since I didn't take any trades today, I might as well take a position here. Well, we waited all morning for a setup. We didn't really get a setup until now. So I say it was well worth the wait. Let's see, guys, where we go. Because if we actually come down and break the current candle, you can kind of see this trade as like, you can just now say that we have like prayer resistance here, and we close bearish at resistance, and therefore we will continue to come back down in the range, right? You can kind of look at it as that if we were to come down and break the current candle low. These values is based off of the mainly the 4 and 1 hour time frame that we were going to be able to push up here. Not looking good, bud. Let's see what happens. If we break the lows, then we break the lows. This trade will be invalid after. Again, I don't really care if this trade were to go in, well, hit my TP, or I don't really care if it were to hit my stop loss. I would just care for how I would manage the trade. So, I mean, so far, you can't really manage the trade in any ways right now because, like, price didn't really close for you to move your stops up or to move your stops a certain way, or price hasn't moved in a direction for us to move stops to break even or anything. So, you can't really do anything in regards to managing a trade to a logical point. So, I think I got this question yesterday of managing trades, and that's the answer. You do look at the 5. No, the 5 minute is too low for confirmation. By the way, if you guys are new here, feel free to look at our Instagram page here, and I mean, so far we have posted our results for October. Every single day for the whole month, November, and obviously we just started for the month of December. And look, price has came down, guys, to break the current candle low. Therefore, I'm out of the trade here. I took a 5 lot position here. I got out with a 6 pip stop loss around there. So I'm out of the trade here, and the reason why you can kind of see GG here, probably going to push down towards the support here now. So that's why I'm not going to I didn't really have my stop here, and I had it here, current candle low. Not 9 o'clock from the outlook looks different here. What do you mean? And like, if you're looking for buy positions, like the moment we came down to break the current candle low, like these buys for me became invalid. Like this specific trade stuff became invalid. So if you're looking for buys now, you're gonna need a couple more things to happen here. You might need like support to be created here at the support. So maybe some type of bullish candle closing at support here above this resistance probably to take buys going up again. And that's probably another step you can probably wait for. But as of right now, there's no buys right at all on this current candle. And you see GG pushing down here. Let's go with trades taken here. 5 minus 6 pips. And this is kind of why reading counts is kind of really important, because look, especially now that we're closing bearish here, coming back in the range, because look, this is your overall range, right? This is like your resistance you have here, right here. This is your support you have here. This is like your overall range in this box area. So if we are closing bearish back in the range here, high chance we have to continue down. You can expect this candle to continue down, coming back down the foot of range here. So I mean, either way, if you didn't get out on the current candle stop loss, the moment this candle here closes bearish here, coming back into range, the buys would have been invalid here. So you can look to get out if you haven't. What lot size using? You could go look at all my trades here. This is December, but go in November, check out all these folders out, look at my trades, look at my lot sizes.
If you go on the 1 hour,
Yes.
or the 4, I mean, first of all, we have resistance, we respect it, we might break down now, but when this breakdown comes, or any push out of this range, it should be pretty big, because look, we've ranged the entire session.
Yeah.
The entire session we've been in this little 20.
So you're saying like you're expecting a move to come in late?
I'm expecting. Well, I'm waiting for you to log off so I can start trading. Bro. As soon as you're off, we're gonna get a massive freaking push.
It wasn't that bad like the range wasn't that bad today though. Like it wasn't as dead. It was some type of volume earlier, and then I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, we're probably gonna get like some type of mover. I think sells would be below here, coming down.
We need some closes. We need to close below or close.
Now you guys look what happened here. GJ came down here. GJ came down to come down and break the current candle low here. So, you know, sometimes you might have a stop loss in mind, and it might be, you might think it's too small, but like, don't look at it that way. It's just like, as long as the stop loss makes sense. Like in this case, you couldn't control a 6 pip stop loss. That's just what it was, because that's what if price wasn't to respect that level, price will continue to come down, right? So if you had your stop loss down here because you thought that 6 pip was too small, you pretty much wasted these pips for no reason, because we knew that if price were to come down flip bearish, it would eventually come down and break this current candle low, right? So sometimes you might have these situations where stops are too small, but you gotta understand that the trade step only makes sense until it actually breaks that low, or as long as it respects that low or high. But yeah, looks like came back in the range here, filled it. So if you're looking for positions, like either 1, buys would be above like this area, or 2, sells would be below this area. Probably below 139, 927 here. Would be ideal. What I missed, I was AFK. I took a position on NGJ at around 9 a.m. I think, around that time. 9:05, and then pretty much got out at 6 pips. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna hop off here. I'm not really looking for much anymore. If anything later on, you could look for potential sells below like this range here. But that will not be within the 10 minutes or so, because like this candle has to close below, and then you gotta wait for another candle to come continue down later. So maybe like you might get a move like around 9:30 and then a push down. So wait for that to set up. I'm gonna call it a day here. Hope you guys had a great day today. I appreciate it for showing up today. Pretty much today we waited about 2.5 hours for our setup. We got set up, we took it, and it didn't go away, but our stops were pretty small there. So I think we did a pretty good job with that. And price eventually came down further if you were to keep a stop loss a little lower. So I mean, that was a win. Other than that, I'll catch you guys tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Eastern. You know, leave a like, subscribe if you guys are new, and you know, peace and love.
I'm on some shit like, now I do what I want. 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 Everybody know I'm better. Ay, yeah, I'm better. Ay, it don't matter. Ay, pockets fatter. Ay, nowadays I'm on my haters, they got sadder. Ay, that's money longer. Ay, different song, bruh. Ay, different producer. I can do anything and I won't lose her. She got right with a winner, left that loser. Ay, talking shit, boy, make me get my Ruger. Yeah, I sell my Ruger. All my niggas, they shooters. Rocking them grills all the way till my tooth hurt. Oh, he cold? Well, I swear that I'm cooler. That ain't no Rollie, bitch, it's a Frank Mueller. Yeah, Frank Mueller. Boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gon' keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember, I had a little. Turned that shit to a lot. Always been 100. Put that on my block. Used to want that 4-door. Now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Girl, you see me getting this money. Whoa, please don't front. Hunting fish club when I'm eating. Whoa, what's for lunch? And them boys back home be talking, but I won't get touched. Say to myself how I'll survive. No one who I trust. Yeah, no one who I trust. Who them niggas know they not with us. All these girls, yeah, they ride with us. I don't pay no mind because I just want the bucks. Yeah, boy, I start on the bottom, made my way to the top. Boy, I'm gon' keep winning. No, I cannot stop. Remember, I had a little. Turned that shit to a lot. Always been 100. Put that on my block. Used to want that 4-door. Now I want that drop. Yeah, now I do what I want. 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 Now I do what I want.